Alright students, so till the previous video, that is the video of plasmolysis and deplasmolysis, we have came to the end of the part of terminologies, and in this video we are actually starting with the process known as the absorption by roots. So this chapter is having the name as the absorption by roots and rise of water by xylem. Alright. Now, this process, that is absorption by roots and rise of water by xylem, this takes place in 3 steps. That is, we can summarize it like the transport of water. Alright. Now, this transportation of water will be processed by the absorption by roots and then is the rise of water. So, this is having the various steps. First step is the absorption by roots. That is the first main category. That is, first the roots will absorb the water from the soil. Next is the cell by cell transportation. Cell by cell transportation. This is the second process. First the water will be absorbed by roots, absorption by roots. Then the cell by cell transportation of water. This we'll see in detail. And next is the ascent of sap. Next is the ascent of sap. Ascent means to rise, and here we'll discuss the rise of water by xylem. So basically here we will be talking of the xylem, which is a vascular bundle. Alright. So this is the 3 main steps in which this transportation of water is being done. First is the absorption by roots, then is the cell by cell transport, and then is the ascent of sap. The roots will absorb the water, then it will be reached to the innermost cell or the innermost tissue, which is the xylem. Then xylem will help in rising that sap up to the stems, tip of the stem, tip of the shoot, tip of the branches, tip of the leaves. Alright. So starting from the roots till the tips of the various parts of the plants will have to supply the water, and this is being processed by xylem. Now, xylem altogether is a dead tissue. It is a dead tissue. It consists of the following parts. The first is the xylem vessels. Next is the xylem tracheids. Third is the xylem fibers. All these 3, they are dead. These are the dead part. Only the living part is the xylem parenchymas. So xylem parenchymas, these are only the living part of the xylem. Alright. So xylem vessel, tracheids, fibers and parenchymas, these are the parts which forms the entire tissue of xylem. Alright. So now here what is going to be, these xylem vessel, tracheids, they are going to help in transportation of water. Fibers will provide the strength and support, and this thing, that is xylem parenchyma, it is a living cell, it will provide the turgidity to the cell. Alright. So this is about the xylem. Now we'll discuss how the roots are capable of absorbing the water. Then we'll discuss how the roots, or by which process the roots will be absorbing the water. So now we are starting with the first part, that is absorption by roots. So the first thing is the absorption by roots. Now these roots have to absorb the water, so there are some of the adaptations that is having, or that is being possessed by the roots in order to absorb the water. So let us discuss what are those adaptations. Now the first adaptation is the larger surface area. Large surface area of root hairs. Now if we will draw the diagram, if this is a root, this root is having the numerous very thin projections protruding out. These are basically known as the root hairs. And in a plant root there will be almost the billions of root hairs. Now if this much amount of the root hairs is present, so it will provide the larger surface area for the water to be absorbed. So larger surface area by the root hair will helps to absorb the maximum amount of water from the soil. Alright. The second thing is the you would say thin layer of root hair. Now this root hair is having a thin layer, that is a single cell layer of epidermis. So this is the epidermal projection. Epidermal is a single cell layer, so it is easy to absorb the water by crossing only a single layer. So this is also one of the adaptations. Now the third is the higher concentration of solute in cell sap or in the vacuole of root hair. Now the cell sap of the root hair is having the higher concentration of solute. We know that vacuole in a plant cell, it consists of the dissolved sugar, salts, minerals. That is why it is the higher concentration of solute, making this solution to be hypertonic solution. Now this solution, that is of the root hair, the vacuole of the root hair, it is having a hypertonic solution. Now when the water is being poured to the sides, that is when the water is poured here, now this water is a hypotonic solution. This water is forming a hypotonic solution. Now if this water is having the hypotonic solution and this is the vacuole of the root hair is having the hypertonic solution, there will be the flow of water, that is the solvent molecule will flow from the hypotonic solution to the hypertonic solution. Here is the movement of the solvent molecules. So the solvent molecules, and the solvent molecules here is the water. So the solvent molecules will pass. Now if the solvent molecules is passing, and we have to check whether there is a semi-permeable membrane or not. Root hair is made up of a cell wall and a cell membrane. Now it is having a cell membrane, so that is why that cell membrane will act as a semi-permeable membrane and the water will enter through the semi-permeable membrane. Why is the water entering? Because inside is a hypertonic solution, outside is the hypotonic. The flow of solvent will be hypo to hypertonic solution, that we have already discussed, from the region of the higher concentration to the region of the lower concentration of the solvent. So this is how this is the process which is going to happen. It means that this process here which is undergoing or taking place is endoosmosis. So a very important question, the absorption by roots is by which process? The process name is endoosmosis. Why osmosis? There is a semi-permeable membrane, there is a cell membrane which will act as semi-permeable membrane, and there is the movement of the solvent molecule from higher to lower concentration that fulfills or that satisfies the definition of the osmosis. That is why this is osmosis. And here the water is moving inside a cell, that is why the word endo is used. So absorption by root, that process is known as endoosmosis. Alright, in the next part we'll discuss about the diagrammatically thing, that how the water will be entering the root hair. So now let us discuss the diagrammatical view on how the water is being absorbed by the root hair. So let us just make the diagram. See, this is the epidermal layer. This is the epidermal layer. Let us just talk of the epidermal layer. So this is the single cell layer. So this is an epidermal layer. There is an outside cell wall. Here also there is this cell wall. And let us say from here there is an extension of this epidermis layer. This is an extension of that epidermal layer. Let us make me more thick so that it would be easier for us to understand the thing. Alright, so this is how the thing is. This is the single layer of epidermis. Alrighty. Alright, so this is how it is. Now, this entire, see, this is the cell and here is a vacuole, over here is also a vacuole, and here it is also a vacuole. So just I am making it a dotted portion. So this is all the entire cell sap. This is the entire cell sap over here. We are not making the cell membranes and all. These are cell organelles. Sorry, we are not making all the cell organelles. We are just concentrating about the cell sap. Now, this layer, this entire layer, this is known as epidermis or epidermal layer. This is the extension of epidermis. So this is an extension of epidermis, and this extension of epidermis is known as root hair. So this is the root hair. Alright. Now the outside is the cell wall. Let me label it here. This is the cell wall. The inner one is the cell membrane. And all the things which is present inside this part, this is all the cell sap. Alright, this cell sap is a hypertonic solution. That is this entire thing, these are the hypertonic solution. Alright, now when the water is being poured outside it, let us say, these are the water molecules, that is the water is poured around these root hairs, that is to the soil. What will be going to happen? This solution here is the hypotonic solution because it is having the lesser concentration of the solute and the more concentration of the solvent, hypotonic. This solution is hypertonic. Now we know that the water will flow from the hypotonic solution to the hypertonic solution through cell membrane, which is a semi-permeable membrane. So here the water will be entering like this. So here there will be the entry of water like this. This process here is osmosis because there is a movement of the water molecules, solvent molecules from the higher concentration to the lower concentration through semi-permeable membrane, and because the water is entering in, so it is endo and the process is osmosis, and this process is endoosmosis. Alright, now before the entry of the water, this shape of the root hair, it is flaccid. So this is the flaccid shape of root hair. So this is the flaccid shape of the root hair, which is limp, soft and weak. Now by the process of endoosmosis, the water will be entering and this cell will become turgid because it will absorb the maximum amount of water, as a result of which it will become turgid. So if I am making this thing over here again, so if this is the extension of the epidermis, so now it is no longer flaccid, it is now turgid. So this thing is now turgid like this. Alright. So this root here, it was first flaccid. Now by the entry of water, by the process of endoosmosis, it will become turgid. So from flaccid, it will now become turgid. So from this shape, it will be now fixed, rigid shape. Alright. So this is the turgid shape of root hair. Alright. So now this is the turgid root hair, or this is the flaccid root hair, limp, soft and weak, and this is now stiff, which will provide the protection. Alright, or stiffness. So this is the flaccid shape. By the entry of water, it will become turgid. So this was the flaccidity, so and this is the turgidity. The cell will become turgid by the entry of the maximum amount of water into it. Alright, so this was the flaccid root hair, this is the turgid root hair. Now, this completes the process of the absorption by roots. The process is endoosmosis. Now the thing or the water has reached to the layer of epidermis. So this water will be reaching towards this layer, which is the epidermis. Now we'll see what is the course of water after this epidermis. Now we'll discuss the next part, that is cell to cell or cell by cell transportation of water.